Hello my dear students, now we're going to start the last chapter in our semester, chapter 12, lessons from 111 to 115. Lesson 111, the apply part. Look at the data in the bar graph which represents 7 pupils and answer the questions below. We studied before bar graphs and said that bar graph has title. The title here is favorite fruit. Bar graphs also has two sides, horizontal side and vertical side. Horizontal side has name or label types of fruit, and vertical side has name or label number of pupils. Okay? Bar graphs also has numbers. Numbers on bar graph are called scale. Okay? Now, the first question, how many people like oranges? The oranges bar has 40 pupils, okay? So the result is 40. The next one, how many people like apples and bananas? Here we have the keyword and, some and all together, total. It's addition keyword, okay? So, how many people like apples? Go to apples bar and look at the top. Oh, it's between 40 and 50. So what shall we do? We will write the number in the middle between 40 and 50, which is 45. How many people like bananas? Go to bananas bar and look at the top. It's between 60 and 70. In the middle between 60 and 70. So we will write 65. 45 plus 65 equals 110. The next question, how many more people like bananas than dates? Here we have the keyword more than. How many more than, how many less than, difference and left. They are subtraction keywords, okay? The number of people who like bananas are 65 and dates 20. Okay, go to the dates bar, you will find 20. 65 minus 20 equals 45. The last question, what is the least popular fruit on this graph? The least means smallest, okay, or shortest bar. We will find that dates, okay, is the least popular fruit. Lesson 111, the second part, is about pictographs. Do you remember pictograph? We convert pictures to graph. Okay? Pictograph here has title, which is favorite pizza toppings, and has key. Do you remember the key? Do you remember? The key tells me what each picture on the graph represents. Each pizza slice equals 2 people. Now let's count together the number of people who like pizza with green peppers. Pay attention, each pizza slice equals 2 people. So we are skip counting by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we will write 12. The number of people who like pizza with cheese. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we will write 14. The number of people who like pizza with olives, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The number of people who like pizza with mushrooms, 2, 4. So we will write 4. Now let's move to the following questions. The first one, how many people like cheese and green peppers? Here we have the keyword and, so we will write plus. Cheese and green peppers, so we will add 14 plus 12 equals 26. The next one, how many fewer people like mushrooms than olives? How many fewer people like mushrooms than olives? Here we have fewer than. Okay, so we will subtract. But pay attention, my dear students. In subtraction, big number must be the first. Okay, here we have mushrooms 4 and the olives 10. The big number here 10. So we will write 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 equals what? Count from small number to big number. After 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many fingers do we have? 6. So the result will be 6. The next one. How many people like cheese, green peppers, and olives? Here we have the keyword and. And is addition keyword. So we will add the number of people who like cheese, green peppers, and olives. Cheese 14, green peppers 12, olives 10. So the result is 36. Question number 4. How many more people like cheese than green peppers? Here we have the keyword more than. Okay? How many more than is subtraction keyword. So we'll subtract cheese and green peppers. Cheese 14 and green peppers 12. Write the big number first. 14 minus 12. 14 minus 12 equals 2. Count from small to big. After 12, 13, 14. So we will write 2. The last one. What is the most kind pizza topping on this graph? Most means greatest. Okay? So we will find the cheese has the most kind pizza topping on this graph. Lesson 112, the apply part. Here we have the following bar graph about the magical animals of Zooplorus. We will write the title, labels, scale, and colored bars. Here we have the title, animals on a farm. And we have two sides, horizontal side that has name or label, types of animals like cow, goat, sheep, and fish. And we have the vertical side that has name or label, number of students. Then now we will write the scale. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and so on. Here in our scale we are skip counting by 5. 0, 5, 10, 15, and so on. We will find that there are 15 for cow, 20 for goats, 45 for sheep, and 35 for fish. Here I give you two questions about the graph and we will solve them together. The first one, how many students like fish the best? Go to the fish bar, you will find that there is 35. Okay, 35 students. The next one, how many people like cow and sheep? How many people like cow and sheep? Here we have 15 for cow and 45 for sheep. So we will write 15 plus 45 equals 60. 60 what? 60 what? 60 students. Don't forget to write the word students. Lesson 113, the apply part. Use the data from the part 2 of story to create a pictograph below. Here we have the following pictograph that has a title, animals on a farm, and key, each animal equals 10. Okay, so now we will start counting, but pay attention, we are skip counting by 10. So winged cows, 10, 20, 30. So we will write 30. Miniature goats, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we will write 40. Golden sheep, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we will write 50. Rainbow fish, 10, 20. So we will write 20. The first question, which animal has the most votes? The most. The most means what? The most means greatest or biggest. We will find the greatest number here for golden sheep. The next one, which animal has the least votes? The least means smallest, okay? We will find rainbow fish has the least votes. The last question, what are the total votes for golden sheep and rainbow fish? Here we have the keyword and, so we'll write plus. Golden sheep 50 and rainbow fish 20. 50 plus 20 equals 70. Okay, so we will write 70 votes. Now the math journal part. Reflect on your learning. Imagine you are going to teach someone else how to create bar graphs and pictographs. What would you tell them? What important? Okay? Bar graphs and pictographs are used to represent data. We use graphs to represent data. Bar graphs and pictographs must have title. Bar graphs has two sides, horizontal side and vertical side, while pictograph has key. Lesson 114, the apply part. Write two repeated addition sentences for each array. We studied arrays before and we said that arrays means a set of rows and columns without any gap. Again, array is a set of rows and columns without any gap. Okay, so look carefully at the following array. It has two rows. Okay, now let's write the repeated addition sentence for rows. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now let's add by columns. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6 also. The next one, let's add the rows. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. Let's add columns. 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Write a sentence comparing two arrays. Now we will compare the two arrays. Array number 1, it has how many rows? Let's count the number of rows. 1, 2. So we will write 2 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. So we will write 3. The name of array is rows by columns. The name of array, rows by columns. So we will write 2 by 3 array. So simple. Here we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So the name of array is number of rows by number of columns. 2 by 3 array. The next one, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will write 4 rows. How many columns? 1, 2. So we will write 2 columns. The name of array, rows by columns. 4 by 2 array. Okay? The next one, let's add the rows. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16. Let's add by columns. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16 also. The last one, let's add the rows. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15. Let's add by columns. Each column has 5 candies. So we will write 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. Array number 3 has how many rows? Let's count the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will write 4 rows. It has how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will write 4 columns. The name of array, so simple. Number of rows by number of columns. 4 by 4 array. Okay, don't forget to write the word array. The last one, array number 4. It has how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will write 5 rows. It has how many columns? 1, 2, 3. So we will write 3 columns. The name of array is rows by columns. 5 by 3 array. Lesson 114, the math journal part. Reflect on your learning, then look around the classroom and find an array. Draw it below and explain how you know the object or image is an array. Here we have the following image for classroom, and here we have students arranged in a set of rows and columns. So students are arranged in array. Okay, so array is a set of rows and columns without any gap. Here we have students in 3 rows. So the number of rows are 3 rows. And the number of columns, 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. The name of array is rows by columns. 3 by 3 array. Lesson 115, the apply part. I'll give you some arrays and we will represent it on the next page. The first array, 2 by 3. It has 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay? 2 by 3 means the first number is the number of rows while the second number is the number of columns. So we will draw array that has 2 rows and 3 columns. Don't forget to write the name of array, 2 by 3 array. Okay? Now the addition sentence. Let's add by rows. Each row has 3 squares. So we will write 3 plus 3 equals 6. The next one, 4 by 3 array. So the number of rows equals 4 and the number of columns equals 3. Let's count the number of rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the number of columns, 1, 2, 3. Okay? The addition sentence. Look at the rows. Each row has 3 squares. So we will write 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. Okay? We will write 3 4 times because we have 4 rows. The next one, 5 by 1 array. 5 by 1, it means I have array with 5 rows and 1 column. Like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5 rows and only 1 column. The repeated addition sentence is so simple. Each row has only 1 square. So we will write 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 5 ones. Okay? Equals 5. Thank you. Bye bye.